Om Swastiastu. Let me introduce myself. My name is Agung Putri Kusuma from class 8 to English Education Department. Today I would like to present my proposal with the title The Effect of Using Grammarly Application in Scientific Writing Skills for the 4th semester students in English Education Department at Universitas Hindu Negeri I Gusti Bagus Sugriwa Denpasar. So the chapter 1 is about the background. Well, in the background of the study, English language is a main tool for using the communication around the world because the English language using around the world, so that's why we need to influence in English. And also because in education that our curriculum input the English language in the part of learning process. So beside that, we need also to influence for skill in English. The first is writing, reading, listening, and also speaking. The part of the language is writing is very important in university because in the university students need to make the paper or essay. So with the development also the technology, the teacher using the technology to provide students and also help students in English learning. For example, e-learning the writing. So there are the Grammarly application, which is the application especially to give direct feedback for the students or for the user who learning the grammar. And the research from Miranti, Fitria, Dizan and Great, Prastya, and also Sapitri just see about the effect Grammarly application in general. So no one research focus on the effect of the Grammarly application, especially in the aspect of grammar, vocabulary, content, clarity, and coherence. And also this study also focus on the student perception for using Grammarly application. The research question here provide two. The first is how does the effect of using Grammarly application, and the second is what are the students' perception about using the Grammarly application? The objective of the study also have two objectives to find out the effectiveness of using the Grammarly application and also to find out the students' perception in using Grammarly application. The theoretical significance here we have to development the theory about using the technology in the research. And then the practical significance, we have three difference for the teacher, students, and also for the research. For the teacher, need to help teacher to conduct the strategy for learning process, especially in the writing. And for the students, it helps students to get the direct feedback by using the Grammarly application. And the third one is for the other research. This research will be as a reference for other research to make another research in the future. And the research scope and limitation. The scope in this study is only in the 4th semester students in English Education Department. And then the limitation of this study is only involved in the 4th semester students majoring in English Education. So the result cannot be say in general. And then only study was conducted in the very short period. So the researcher cannot know the long-term effect for the students who learning with the Grammarly application. And the last one is only using the Grammarly application in the free version. So the students cannot access and the researcher cannot access the many features that provide by using the subscribe. And chapter 1, we have the theoretical framework. By the Mirza and Koehler, MG 2006, the teaching scientific writing by using also the technology. So Grammarly here have a relation with technology because the Grammarly is application, which is the independent variable in the study. And then the IQ, technology, and also the scientific writing aspect will be influence the scientific writing skills because the students' IQ and also the students' experience when using the Grammarly application will affect the students' result in scientific writing. Besides that, the number of the past participant and also students' ability will influence the use of the Grammarly application for the student scientific writing. And after knowing the all of the variable have the relation will be the result is the effect of the Grammarly application and also the student perception. And the research hypothesis. This research using null hypothesis and also alternative hypothesis. In the null hypothesis, there is no significant effect related to the using Grammarly application on student scientific writing skill. In alternative hypothesis, there is a significant effect related to the use of Grammarly application in scientific writing skill for the students. In the chapter 3, we have the research design. The design of this research is using quasi-experimental design. A quasi-experimental design in this research that the researcher used because this study provide the treatment with providing Grammarly application to determine change in students' scientific writing skills. And the research setting and time. The research setting will be conducted in the Universitas Hindu Negeri I Gusti Bagus Sugriwo Denpasar in fourth semester students, especially in majoring English Education Department. The reason the researcher takes study here to fill out the gap and also the literature review, and then there is students who scientific writing course here in university, and then the lecturer and the students using the technology while teaching and learning process. So that's why the researchers choose this place to conduct the study. The research setting and time. So the research time will be start from the February 2025 by formulate the proposal, and the last in the January will be conduct the pretest, and also in March 2006 will be conduct the post-test of the Grammarly application. The research population and sample. Research population here is conducted by 66 students in the fourth semester with a 5 class in English Language Education Department, especially in academic year 2025. Research sample here is using purposive sample because the research choose the purposive sampling because research have the characteristic for the students will be as a sample. The characteristic that is the student have been following the scientific writing course. And the data collection here, the researcher using pretest and also post-test. The pretest will conduct on January 2026 with making the empirical review, and then the treatment before the treatment, the researcher will make the group after knowing the pretest is the same as have relative scores. So the researcher will make the control group and also the experimental group. And then after that, the researcher will give the treatment by using the Grammarly application with 3 times meeting. After 3 times meeting, researchers will conduct the post-test by making the background of the study. And the post-test also will conduct on the mark after treatment that given. Besides using the test, the data collection here also using the questionnaire. The function of the questionnaire here to find out the complete information for the students consists of the 25 questions, especially in the Likert skill questionnaire. And the question is about the benefit, confusion, influence on motivation and skill, and their satisfaction on using the Grammarly application. And the 5 is research instrument. The instrument test will be used in this study. Test is the quantitative instrument used to measure person ability, skill, and also knowledge of something. The purpose here to know about the produce the number so researchers can calculate using the statistical program to know the significant difference between a control group and also the experimental group. The test here will be given is SI test and will be conduct the pre-test also and post-test. And instrument questionnaire. The questionnaire here will be conduct with the questionnaire skill Likert scale. And then the questionnaire is the instrument in this research with the form of written question. The purpose is to obtain relate students' perception relate in the Grammarly application. The research validity here using construct validity. The construct validity will choose because this is a suitable validity for this research. So the expert will be check about the content in this research, especially in the test and then in the questionnaire, in the content of questionnaire. And the next is data analysis technique. In this research, using the validity instrument and also a reliability test for the instrument. And then using the normality test, which is the parametric and non-parametric, and the homogeneity test, using the independent sample t-test, which is the if the data is homogeneous, and then using MET-NIU if the data is not homogeneous. And then the last is hypothesis. This test using by comparing count by table, significant with 5% degree and freedom equals and Minsky. So that's all about my presentation with the proposal. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om.